How's it going, guys? Okay, so we have now spent 9 months in cooking, using
food prepping.
this. Megan's pride and joy. We have spent, yeah, like I said, roughly 9 months, 270-ish days. Pretty much only living out of this and cooking and using the fridge and the drawers and stuff, literally opening them every day, other than when we've stayed at friends' houses. We thought we would do a quick run through of what it is, how everything's going, how each thing that we've bought and put together is still going after 9 months, and what we would change and what's not working so well. We start this side with the fridge. We've got the Bushman 130 litre fridge, so it's been good. We had a few questions about whether the freezer is good enough in the hot weather and that kind of thing, and we've found that it is. We haven't had any problems with the freezer at all.
I'll show you what Joss did to it yesterday. That's not meant to happen.
So the reason that happens, and this is probably the only issue with the fridge, this is probably the only problem we have with it, is that it does freeze up. The freezer freezes up and you get a lot of like excess ice. So it's simply because when you open the door for a while, you're getting something out, I guess it starts to melt on the outside of the freezer, or condensation, then you close it and it freezes. So up north happened obviously worse than down in Tassie and whatnot, but we have probably defrosted it how many times do you think?
I'd say like 3 times.
Yeah, maybe, yeah, at least 3, maybe 4 times in the last 9 months, which to be honest is pretty standard, I think, because we have cleaned it out, and like a couple of times, maybe for a week, we haven't needed the fridge. So that's probably the only issue with the fridge. We had one small issue. I'm not sure if you can see that it doesn't actually line up there anymore, and the whole door is kind of on an angle like that. That is simply because this little bracket up here probably isn't as strong as it should be. So it doesn't cause any issues because it still seals, so that's fine. When we drive on hard corrugations, to stop that, we have a little door stop and we put it under there, and it just sits it up properly, and then it won't cause any more damage. We also try and avoid putting too much heavy stuff on the outside in the door.
Which I think at the moment there is. That's not too bad.
It's not too bad. So I think we had a full milk here at some point, and that's probably what caused this problem. I think it's quite easy to fix. If you're handy, it's quite easy to just tighten this bracket up here, and maybe put a little bracket on the outside or whatever. So yeah, the fridge has been really good. We haven't had any problems. Obviously there's that age-old debate about chest fridges and a stand-up, but we like it.
Yeah, I'll just show you what's in it, because it's pretty full at the moment. So what we usually do is, there's usually, how many days worth of meat do you reckon? Like 3 to 5 days of meat in the freezer, and then obviously the things that I don't want to spill go under this full shelf, another shelf, and then the actual crisper that we use so much, and then all your jars and stuff are up along the side there. So we've had the angle and now the stand up, and I, who uses it every single day, prefers the stand up. What about you?
It probably doesn't have the longevity of brands like Angle, but some of the cheaper brands of chest ones, it's probably the same.
Yeah.
It's been fine for, look, yeah, we actually got it before we left, so probably coming up close to a year now.
Yeah. It's
going fine as far as, yeah, like temperature and that. We did put extra insulation on it. You actually can't see it, but under that carpet there is a line of this stuff. I had some spare left over and thought might as well put it. So I wrapped the whole fridge in it. I don't know if it helps. No, I do.
I think it does.
Doesn't struggle when it's really hot, so that's good. So one of the more handy pieces of equipment in here is this drawer and bench by AM Off-Road. We got this is one of the first things we put in the Canopy. The drawer comes out and then the bench can continue out, or you can push it back under the drawer. And this just houses all our pots and pans, knives, forks, spoons, plates, cups, everything, and a few extra containers. It's not super pretty. It's a little bit messy.
Yeah, it's a bit messy.
But we're used to it and we make it work. And then it comes with this optional lid, which sometimes is annoying, but sometimes it's really handy to have that extra working space.
Yeah, definitely.
And all good quality. These guys are Australian made. It's all aluminium. It's all the rollers are still good, except we do find that we get a bit of like food and stuff and crumbs and that in here. These like bearings and that might need a bit of a clean out after a while, but like I said, we've used it for 9 months straight every single day.
And we've not had any issues with this.
No issues, no. And we open at breakfast, lunch and dinner. So, and then like it just comes with a standard. There's so many different combinations now you can get in, like custom types of this stuff, but we just got the basic one, and this is just, yeah, I guess a platform on top, and we just stack everything there, have a drawer. We just stack like stuff we don't use that much behind there, like spices and that kind of thing.
Olive oil, wine.
Yeah. So I built this bit of a random contraption. It's just using the wood for the frame of the fridge, bit of ply, just bolted it up into the roof of the canopy. That way we're just utilizing this space more. Otherwise it was just a waste because we can't stack stuff as high here. So we don't really get into those tubs. We've just got a couple of tubs from IKEA up here. That's just like extra basic food, spices, some random rice and stuff and flour and whatnot. So they kind of stay up the back there. Then coming around here, this is probably one of the coolest parts of the canopy, is the slide out pantry. Same brand as this, and it just houses pretty much nearly all of our food. We've got, yeah, stuff from, it's not the neatest at the moment, but we've just got all our tin stuff, heaps of stuff that just like non-perishable stuff, cans, snacks and all that kind of jazz, and sauces, and that's pretty much just stays that full just because, yeah, we just limit going to shops all the time. I got these from IKEA just because we had that space between the roof and the top of the pantry. So I measured it, found these, double-sided taped them, and that just holds onions and potatoes on the other side. So just a bit of usage of space.
And the only thing with this one I would say is that it stopped clicking into place. Yes. But I'm sure that's something that we've done.
Yeah, it doesn't.
But sometimes it'll fix itself and then it'll
yeah.
do it again. So
the runners on this aren't clicking in and holding. So when you are on a hill, it slides back down. But that's something we could probably look into and fix quite easy. The front here is probably what sold me, because initially when these came out, most of them just had like a flat front and it was all storage on the side. But this is kind of what sold me on this one. I think not only being Australian made and a good design and a good quality, but it was also the fact that we could have stuff in here without pulling it out. So we've just got our, like, you know, soap, AeroGuard, sunscreen, but then like spices and matches and that kind of stuff that we use pretty much every day, so we don't have to keep pulling it in and out, or go into little drawers. So really handy. This is just like our little electric side. So this was just, I just put this here, one, because the fridge couldn't go any further to the left, and also just because it was good to have your lights and stuff right here. Awning lights, these lights, which are Terralume, and then these ones are from the back. Some USBs to charge, and that's our little monitor down there, and that's our that one there is our charger for when we plug it into 240 volt, but at the moment it just shows the voltage. So it's handy just to have that little corner to charge stuff. And this insulation's all around the canopy, so I'll quickly touch on that. That's just bought it from a building supply shop in Perth. Double-sided, bits of plywood and then liquid nails on each side. Did the whole canopy. I think it keeps it cool. Around here, this is where a gas bottle, we always keep it in there, it doesn't move. So we usually just have our like little Bunnings table here with the gas stove or the Weber, and have the hose running and cook on here. That way we don't never need to move the gas bottle. Oh, and this, we usually just chuck our dishes down there. We've got our tap under here, which we've shown you in other videos, so that's our little washing up space. And then all our rubbish goes in the grab and give bin bag. If there's anything that we'd change, for me, very little. Maybe there's under here, you can't really see, but there's a whole cavity under here that runs the full length back. And I am off-road now, I do like a little slide out one that fills in that gap. So that would probably be a good use of that space. Potentially something here, this does get a little bit messy, but it is a hard space to fill. Potentially like a little drawer, another drawer or something instead of this platform on top. But at the time of buying it, we couldn't afford that. So, but other than that, it's working exactly how we wanted it and exactly how we had planned for it to go. So, and Megan's food. Dinner's ready. So it's time to eat, I think. Oh, can I put some...
He always wants to change what I make. He
Can I
wants to add sauce. We're having Greek wraps with hummus and it's really healthy and yummy.
Just some of the coleslaw sauce.
He wanted to put some coleslaw sauce on it.
Well, we have it, so I thought we might as well use it. Just adds a
I've
bit...
actually got potato salad. Do you want a bit of that?
Potato in there?
Not in there, but like as a side instead.
Oh, okay. I'll compromise. Yeah. So thanks for watching, and make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. And yeah, keep liking our videos and supporting us. We appreciate it. Do you want to tell them to subscribe as well?
Yeah. Subscribe.
Subscribe and Megan will make you a... What do you call this?
It's just like a Greek wrap on pita.
Like a kebab.
Gyros.
A gyros.